Welcome to DaishaBreedlovePresents. And before we get into today's topic, I first want to say rest in peace to rapper and actor DMX. He actually left us yesterday at the age of 50. And it's very unfortunate after hearing his story, what happened to him at the age of 14. Apparently he was given drugs by his mentor and he was never able to recover from that. So I am sending prayers to his family and friends, and definitely rest in peace to him. But we're actually going to get into today's topic now, which is what are the qualities that men look for in a woman to have a successful relationship. Now, I have a male guest joining me. He is an actor, model, producer, and photographer, originally from North Carolina, now living in Los Angeles, and we're going to get his opinion on today's topic. But before we meet him, let's see what a few men around the world have to say. All right, so here are the 10 qualities that men look for in a woman to have a successful relationship. Number 1, physical attractiveness. Number 2, family and friend oriented. Number 3, kind-heartedness and a sense of humor. Number 4, intellectually challenging. Number 5, understanding and empathetic. Number 6, submissiveness. Number 7, ambitious. Number 8, holds similar values. Number 9, she knows how to cook. And number 10, she is loving and affectionate. So those were the 10 qualities that men look for in a woman to have a successful relationship. Now, let's meet our guest today and see what he had to say. So Jejuan Smith, nice to meet you.
What up?
Nice to meet you. Yes, thanks for joining me today. Perfect. Now, before we get to know you a little bit, let's first see, out of those 10 qualities, which one would you say you agree with the most as far as what you look for in a woman?
I definitely say some submissiveness, some.
So you like to take charge in a relationship?
Both half and half. I think half and half is good. A balance. I would say definitely affection. Definitely being loving, affectionate, and then having the same views and understanding, or being able to understand each other. Those are the top 3 I think.
Nice, okay. Now, are you in a relationship or are you single?
I'm dating, yes.
You're dating? Okay. So those are the qualities that you would say fit you the most?
Yeah, I understand just being able to converse and work things out. You know what I mean? Like if you both on 2 different pages, it's like it's never gonna really, but if you both want to have a common understanding, and yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
Nice, okay. All right, Jejuan, so now let's get into your journey and how you ended up in LA. Because actually, after reading your bio, he's originally from North Carolina, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I was surprised because I actually thought you were from the West Coast.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm from North Carolina. I moved to Atlanta with my mother in like 2006. And my father's from Baltimore, so I split my time between Atlanta, North Carolina, and Baltimore my entire childhood. And I used to always be on MySpace and see all these dope pictures and be like,
I remember MySpace.
like, all these people's pictures in California look so like, the sun looks different. So I always had like a vision to maybe take myself to California. Came out here at 19 with like $600 and was sleeping on people's couches and
just grinded your way.
So that was like 10 years ago. It's just crazy.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, wow, North Carolina, because you don't have an accent or anything.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've been trying to see if I still have it a little bit.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So I originally met you, Jejuan, as a photographer, but he is also an actor, a model, producer, and like I said, a photographer as well. So let's first start into how did you get into acting?
Acting came from, so I used to take a lot of pictures and MySpace too, but like I used to take tons of pictures and I did a music video when I was in high school and they paid me like $1,000 on MTV Jams, and ever since then I was like, oh no, I gotta keep working. And I had a football scholarship.
What were you doing in the music video?
I was the lead guy.
Oh, okay.
Delirious about our so bosses.
Nice.
I had a football scholarship and I was torn between like what lifestyle I wanted to choose or stay in school and stuff like that. So, but it was all in high school. So after that, I was like, I just gotta keep being on TV and get into acting and do more. So
during the music video, you would say you kind of just fell in love with it.
Yeah, just the art of like how much more can we do?
Right. Like how far can I go?
How far can we go? I'm 16 years old. Like how much more can we do? So it gave me an open mind to see what more we could do. Basically.
Yeah, definitely. That's interesting because a lot of people feel like, oh, because you are into one thing, you need to stay with just one thing, but you're actually multi-talented. So you kind of tapped into all of your creative fields. That's awesome.
Yeah, or at least trying to do.
Yeah.
Trying to do stuff you like to do.
Yeah. Or passionate about.
Passionate about.
Yeah.
See what comes out of it.
Definitely. That's why I tell people, I'm like, it's okay to be passionate about multiple things or multi-talented. You don't have to just stick with one thing because you're,
Definitely try to master your stuff though. If you're doing multiple things, definitely try to master it because you can be all over the place for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, perfect. So I also was reading that you worked in Atlanta and you worked on a few Tyler Perry films. So tell me a little bit about those films and how was that?
So I did Tyler Perry, did Have and Have Nots. Those are like the first couple shows. We used to work on The Game,
Nice.
Single Ladies, and all those shows back then. And then I used to start stunt doubling for T.I.
Oh, wow.
So we did like Ant-Man and all the Marvel movies out there. But Tyler Perry, he's very, when he's on set, he's on point. Like, you want to think he's gonna have fun, and it might be one of those days, but he's definitely come to work and sharp. And,
so he's like very serious.
Yeah, he's serious about what he's doing. So Tyler Perry was fun to work with, and then I work on the show Atlanta with Donald Glover. I used to be a stand-in, but I ended up being like, one of the writers on there and also getting the role. So it's been cool, a good city to work in. So
nice. So how did you do that, like transformation from acting and then also getting into like the writing part?
I think so, just being on set and then watching other people in other jobs behind the scenes, like even your camera team or like people in crafty, the stylists, the people that have to put the words on the screen to put the credits. Like it's so many jobs on set, so my mind started just to watch other jobs. I'm like, I need to write my own script, start my own company, stuff like that. So you be around them. You see other people, you inspire, you start getting inspired too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay, now I know this may be an interesting question, but I have to ask because I heard a lot of tragic stories. So working in Atlanta, did you ever come across any like funny business or anyone trying to try you because you are an attractive male?
I've had, you see stuff happen or things like that. I mean, even in other cities, you just be Atlanta, but I've worked on set with people like that, and you just kind of have to know how to maneuver.
Just kind of maneuver, like still be nice, but not offend them in any type of way.
Yeah. So I've definitely had some instances, but it's not as like super crazy to where I've had to risk my character for anything like that. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, can you give us an example of like the time that somebody did try something weird and you was like, okay, this is a little bit uncomfortable?
Also like trying something, you just like, the energy a little extra.
A little too friendly.
And it's like I said, I'm not homophobic, disrespectful I get it, I understand it all, but for me, I'm just like, when it becomes, whatever we talk about working on, if it goes too far, then that's when you step in. I haven't had anything too crazy happen.
Nice.
Yeah, grace of God.
Well, that's amazing. Okay. Well, also let's tap into the photography. Like, how did you get into that? Because as I said, I met him as a photographer. We actually did a collab. I shot a few shots.
The pictures was fire.
Yeah, the pictures was really dope. And once I got to know him, I'm like, wow, you're an actor as well. So how did you get into photography and actually become good at it? Because he is really good. Trial
and error for sure. Because I wasn't that good at all when it came to photography, editing. Like, I thought I was, but it's like, I thought the camera just does the job.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
so you thought you just set it up and you just shoot.
Oh, cool. and then, over time, you're like, wow, you gotta. So, I got into photography just being on set, and we'll be on set taking iPhone pictures all the time. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get a camera. Like, I keep taking pictures of birds and trees and plants. People were like, hey, can you take this picture for me? So I was like, I have to get a camera, and then the camera became like a thing. So
nice.
That's how I met you.
Yeah. I'm sure you met a lot of people through that too, because I'm like, wait.
Photography is definitely, I love the fact that I'm able to do a lot of people who've been able to travel and create. So that's something that is a hobby to me, but became something I've been able to make money from and grown to love to do so.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So if my next question is, if you could work with anyone in your creative journey in any of those fields that you mentioned, who would that be and why? Because you do a few different things. So like, would it be like in acting or like a top photographer or like?
I definitely like in film wise, I want to create something with Will Packer. like a project, and we both produced that. I think modeling wise, I'll work with you again. And photographer wise, there's a couple photographers that I would work with, but I think probably like Will Packer. Smith, you know, those guys.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So let's tap into the modeling a little bit. So let's name a few of the brands that you worked with before and like how you got into it with them.
I worked with like Fashion Nova.
Nice.
I partnered with Pretty Little Thing to shoot with models.
That's funny because I didn't know they even had a men's line.
They don't. They give me the women's clothes and I shoot with the women, but it's still like a partnership payment thing.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Anyway, long story short, I work with them. Boohoo, I've done like Fashion Week stuff in different companies and brands. So, and it's also low-key brands too. They're not as popular.
Yeah.
And known like that too that I work with. So.
Nice. Okay, so this guy is multi-talented, as you can see. He does a few different things. Okay, and my last question is, what is something about you that people will be surprised to know?
That I'm still trying to go overseas and play basketball, like at this moment.
Really? Now that surprised me. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Serious, because I've had a football scholarship. My dad's a college coach of basketball, so I train every day. I put up basketball videos all the time, and then I'm putting out a music EP this year.
So he's tapped into everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
Just going. But
yeah.
No, the goal is to. I've always wanted to put out an EP, and I've always wanted to go pro. And I'm really big on like being bothered by thinking about something. If I can do it. I don't care if it's like 10 years ago. I always said I was gonna do it.
Nice. So. And what's your astrology sign?
Virgo.
Virgo. Okay, so Virgos are perfectionists, very organized. So I'm sure you've been planning a lot of this stuff for a while.
A lot of stuff is planned, but there's a lot of execution too. You know, you like gotta do it. So instead of just talking about it.
Okay, perfect. And as far as the EP goes, what type of music, like rapping, singing?
Mostly rapping, but I'm open to every artist, every genre.
Okay.
So, and I've always put out different freestyles and music over the years. And people are like, bro, you need to go ahead and drop the EP and just, so I'm gonna put something together. And if that's my only one, I'll be grateful for it. I'll be thankful that I did it. So.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Well, that's amazing. So what do we have coming up next? Like, what can we look forward to?
Well, right now, we have some scripts that will be airing that I wrote for like some networks and stuff like that. I'm auditioning for different roles, so you'll see me on screen soon. And,
nice.
Some more shoots with you guys, different people around, the country. So that's what you can expect, more scripts, and some music too.
Awesome, okay. So you're here in between Atlanta, back and forth?
Yeah, here's home and Atlanta's home.
Awesome, okay, perfect. Well, that wraps it up for Jejuan Smith. Thank you so much for joining in.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, chatting it up. You're gonna have to come back.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, you're gonna have to come back and update us on all your journeys. Maybe you'll be a basketball player next time I see you. Who knows? Right. Now, tell everybody what's the best place to reach you.
So you can find me on Instagram as Jejuan Smith, JEJUAN Smith, and Twitter is the same, JEJUAN Smith. Facebook, JEJ.Smith. My YouTube is JS Productions Group, so that's JSPRODUCTIONS Group. So yeah, you check those out and follow me. I'll follow y'all back or read y'all messages, whatever. So.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you for coming, and that wraps it up for Daisha Breedlove Presents, and I will see you next time.